Yeah, those ones are kind of tough when they pop on two servers, two separate servers, and one. I mean, obviously, the closer they pop, the worse it is because then some people go to one, some people go to the other. This one at least was called like a decent amount of time, like 30 seconds to a minute ahead of time. Oh shit! It's been pulled already. Crap! Run away! Luckily, I was able to buff an ally. Actually, luckily, it was also the breath that in this quadrant I was in was the last one to go off. But yeah, so like obviously, so I mean, as we saw, like when I arrived, it was already pulled. Now, luckily, it was just pulled. Otherwise, I could have been killed because if you're not ready, you don't know when the breaths are going to go off. You could, he could like, oh yeah, he's not doing anything, so you're charging in, and then boom, breath goes off in your face and you die because these are fucking powerful. So, but yeah, that is the kind of tough thing with hunts is that, ooh, that guy was right on the edge. Is that you get these because they pop whatever, so it's like you could get lucky, could get not, and it's great obviously when they pop, And luckily, the coral one popped like a good minute or two before, a good minute, I say, before before the Marlboro one popped. So most people were already in coral, already on their way to coral, so it wasn't a huge problem. The problem comes from when coral's called and everyone's going in. Eventually, there's just going to be too many people in the queue. Like I managed to get in the queue super quick, so I got it. I got into coral super quick. But the people who are like, oh shit, coral was called a minute ago, and I'm still in a queue, or the queue is 50 plus people. Shit, I'll just go to Marlboro. Marlboro was just called, you know, and therein lies the problem is that you get people like that who are like shit, because then those people all arrive, and then once there's enough people here, then they just start pulling because they think, oh yeah, we can take it. Um, so yeah, it's it is what it is. Like you get a lot of people who get butthurt about hunts, who are like, oh my god, I can't believe you didn't wait. I can't believe you early pulled. Blah 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 blah. It's like, dude, like shit happens, right? This is an MMO. I mean, um, this is an MMO. Like there are other people in the game. This doesn't revolve around you. I do know that like anytime people try to like report people for early pulling, supposedly developers have said it's not a reportable offense. Um, that's what some people say, but I don't know how actually accurate that is. Um, but either way, like it sometimes is said, so it's like okay. Um, and so what I might be saying is, you know, like kind of like endorsing it, or not really endorsing it, but like not criticizing. I do think early polling is bullshit, right? Like, I do think that, especially like the chronic early pollers, the people who are known in the community for being pieces of shit about it, like it gets called, and the second they arrive, they immediately pull, right? Even if they didn't spawn it, the second it's like, oh shit, like they're just in the discords, they hear the alerts at the same time. And so they rush in and then immediately pull it. And like, basically the community is pretty good about waiting for the most part, right? Hunt gets popped. People are totally fine waiting a few minutes, right? People are totally fine just chilling and being like, yeah, like, sure, let's give it like 2 or 3 minutes. And like typically what I would see would be like easily like 3 to 4 minute wait. Like I've had times where I usually I don't usually, I usually get, I mean, I'm paying attention to the calls and shit, so I don't get fucked that much. I have, okay, so let's go to my warrior leveling roulette. Try to get my, alliance on GPS. Should I do that? I do need to do, I was actually, I don't know. I do need my DPS. We'll see. Let's see how quick it is. It might be a super short one. Because like leveling on leveling roulette, giving the bonus for tanks is ridiculously common. So I won't really miss out anything. But having the alliance roulette give bonuses for DPS is much rarer. Even though like technically you do need a lot more DPS for alliance roulettes. Like you only need like only 1/8 of the entire alliance roulette needs to be tank. 1/4 needs to be healer, and 5/8 need to be DPS. So like over 50% need to be DPS. So that's why it does pop up sometimes. But even despite the fact that tanks are only 1/8, healers are only 1/4 of the entire party composition, you still see tanks and healers be the adventurer in need for those roulettes pretty often. But tanks generally seem to be like, look at all these tanks in need. But yeah, like, so for hunts like that, we're generally pretty good at waiting. Like I arrive right away, and so like I pretty much call it the second I see it. Well, not really the second I see it. What I first do is, the second I see it announced in Discord, I immediately start teleporting to that server. Then I open up my map, go to that location, flag where the hunt is, hover my cursor over the teleporter, the closest teleporter, to prep for when I actually transfer the servers, and then I announce the hunt. So I might be, 30 seconds delayed to, navigate all those menus and find the hunt and all that shit. But, relatively quickly. And then I arrive. And so, when I'm looking at when he gets pulled, I'm comparing it to, when I first announced it. I'm seeing easily, 3 to 4 minute waits. People are pretty good about this shit, So, that's why, when the early pullers, the people who just, the second they arrive, they immediately, holy shit, number 1 already, damn. The second they arrive, they immediately pull. That shit is very, very obvious, because it's and I get there. So if I'm quick enough, I can usually arrive at the hunt within a minute maybe of when it was announced on Discord. Maybe a minute and a half, right? So I'm getting there pretty quick. And that's still, so maybe a minute after I announce it myself, and I might give it 30 seconds, late getting all that shit sorted, or I'm not sure. Either way, it's about a minute, minute and a half for the most part. Sometimes when it's busier, even when I'm super quick to teleport, I'm still 20th in the queue. And essentially, for the server transfer queue, 50 people takes 2 minutes. It's pretty much exact, right? They just process a certain number of people per tick, and it ticks at a rate, essentially, of 50 for every 2 minutes, 25 for every minute. So if you're 25th in the queue, you can expect that in 1 minute, exactly 1 minute, you'll be popping into the server, barring other shit. There are extenuating circumstances, obviously, that they prioritize people within the server itself. So if that server gets swarmed with a shitload of native residents, then you might get delayed a few seconds. You might get delayed to the next tick, the next login tick. But either way, pretty much pretty consistent. So usually I'm getting a little less than 25 in the queue every time I teleport. When it's super busy, I might be at 30 or something. Usually at 40, so it should only be 1 minute, 1 to 1.5 minutes to get there. But with the early pullers, they're the guys who, I don't know, they must have some hidden track beyond just the Discord, or there might be a secret Discord, or maybe there's a Discord for the people actually spawning the hunts, and so the hunts get announced there slightly earlier than they get announced in the other Discords, and the early pullers are in that Discord, so they get there slightly earlier, able to teleport slightly quicker, avoid the queue slightly more, So, oh shit, level 50, nice. This will be a quick one. So yeah, there's that shit, right? So, yeah, so they get there pretty quick. Although, to be fair, there are definitely times where I see them arrive as I'm arriving, or slightly after I arrive. But I also have seen them, so I arrive super quick, they arrive a few seconds later, and then they immediately run in and pull, right? And the problem is, once someone pulls, everyone starts attacking, and once a hunt is pulled, besides the Coco Mako one, oh fuck. It's not like I dislike these, they're fun to play, but these ones actually take time to play. The crystal... Oh, someone left. It's tempting for me to leave too. I could leave for now for free, because we were missing someone. Essentially, once anyone leaves, any other person can leave with no penalty. So I could leave, but the problem is that if I come back in, the queue might not have a DPS in need for the Alliance Roulette queue, so I wouldn't get the bonus, which is not much. It's more material crystals, of which I have a shitload of because I hunt. But yeah, so you see these assholes who just early pull the second they arrive. They're not obviously participating because I see them arrive after I arrive, So clearly they're not actually like spawning these hunts. So, you know, it's obviously bullshit. So that's why I'm just like, you know, I don't like what they do. It is bullshit. It's, you know. I don't like that they do it. I wish that they wouldn't. But obviously, we can't stop them from doing it. And that's the problem. They know we can't stop them, or maybe we are. Like there are people who say, "Oh, you can't help it." Like these people will just always do it. You can't prevent it. Like it's not reportable. It's like, I mean, maybe it's not reportable. Maybe it is. Like we don't know. It might be unreportable, but like we'll only know that when we report it. So you might as well report it, because you never know. It doesn't hurt to report it, basically. Whoops. Man, that guy's still standing. Oh no, he didn't move. I thought it looked like he was still. Oh fuck, I'm screwed. All the fucking guys are all pointed towards us. Are you fucking kidding me? The problem is, it's the way the triggers work. Goddamn, I wasn't paying attention. Focusing too much on my buttons. Either way, gotta be a little more careful. So. So it's just like, yeah. So people say, oh, you can't report them, like the GMs. It's like, yeah, but that's also something like, you know, it could be the people who are being reported are spreading that false information. They could be the ones being like, no, you can't do this. Like, no one cares. It's like, yeah, sure, whatever you say, person who has a vested interest in this. Sure, of course it doesn't matter. You know, it's like, of course that's. No, I mean, it could be true. Like, I could be huffing copium and thinking, no, it totally matters. Like, and it might not, right? Sure, I get that. We can't prove that whether or not we can't prove that they actually are checking and they are carrying. Because like the thing is that we do see that these early pullers do disappear for a time, you know? So they could actually be banned. Like that's the dumb thing is you get these people saying, oh no, it doesn't matter at all. It's like, really? Because like, you know, there's definitely chunks of time where these people disappear. Now it could be that they got what they wanted, right? They got the hunts they needed. They did what they wanted to do. They farmed rage on the internet, and so now they're like, that's all they were intending. So they stopped. Yeah, sure. That could be it. Yeah, it could be, but we don't know. Like we obviously don't know what their intention is. Actually, no, this one's still safe. So we don't know why they're missing. Like, are they missing because they did what they wanted and they're done? They farmed their rage. They pissed off enough people, so now they feel satisfied and they're stopped. Did they just do whatever they were aiming to do? You know, like did they? Did they get the hunts? Like, because like that's one thing. It's like there definitely are a lot less people doing hunts right now because they don't need to. Because they've already gotten the shit they need. Oh, I should have waited. Fuck. They've already gotten the hunt mount. It's like, yeah, there were people who got the hunt mount like really early. So it's like, yeah, if you have the hunt mount, like, there's nothing really else you need to do. You got the hunt mount. You don't really need to be like the second I get a 1,000 S's, I'm definitely going to be logging into the game a lot less. Like the only reason I'm logging in as often as I am right now is because it's a pain in the ass to get S ranks. Yep. It's a pain in the ass to get S ranks. And it'll become even more of a pain in the ass to get S ranks once they remove the instances, and there's going to be literally 1/3 the S ranks that are available. Yeah, like 7 minutes, well 6 minutes really. So 6 minutes per boss, there's 4 bosses. It just takes time. Like I was hoping for the Crystal Tower raid. I could have sworn I saw it was a level 50 Q thing. It must have been a 70 and I wasn't paying attention, or maybe it was a 50 and they just show it as 50 regardless. Or maybe it's just randomly determined the second everyone queues up. And it's not predetermined. It's only once everyone readies up that it sends you into a random one. So they can't tell. Either way, doesn't matter. Oh my god, fucking tanks! Basically, that's something that the tanks need to fucking... Each fucking... There's 3 of those big guys, and there's 3 tanks. Every tank has an interrupt. So, basically, what that's saying is that every tank should take one of the big guys, and when they start doing that huge wind-up thing, they should interrupt them. You know which one of them got interrupted? The one I interrupted myself. There are 3 tanks, and maybe my tank would have done it, right? Maybe. But all I know is that I'm the only one who actually fucking interrupted it of the 3. So look, we only get paralyzed once. So it could have been that the other guy was dead. Maybe they killed it or quick enough. Perhaps, hard to say. Like, I wasn't targeting on that one. So yeah, it is annoying. It's something that the tank should be doing. It's pretty obvious because it's only the big guys that do it. There are 3 of them. There are 3 tanks. Clearly what the tanks need to do is find their big guy, focus target on it, and be prepared for the interrupt. Do they? Nah. I mean, some do, obviously. I've had some parties that actually do it, but it is disappointing that they don't. Oh shit! I need to put on my dots. I didn't put on my dots for the previous time because there was no real need to. Because like you just can't. Like if we had something like summoners like Miasma, where essentially you could all you need to do is dot one enemy and then you can spread it. I really like that. That was really cool. It's a shame it's gone. But then again, fuck. It's a shame it's gone. But like it's just because they've moved Summoner away from just being a dot class. So basically at this point the only real dot class is the Bard. Which, I mean, kind of makes sense. Because like if you think about it, like what is the Bard? Well, a Bard is essentially a ranger, a hunter, you know. It's on the outside, so going in. Bard is essentially just a ranger and a hunter, so it's like it makes sense that the ranger, the hunter, would have the traps, right? Would have the traps, would have the poison, would have that type of shit, right? So it makes sense. But anyway, but yeah, as I was saying about the hunts, yeah, like early pullers, it's possible they are getting reported. It also is equally possible that they aren't, and like nothing's happening to them at all, and they just stop when they've gotten their when they've gotten their bag. Because yeah, like once I get to 1,000 hunts, 1,000 S ranks, I still need about 1,000 A ranks too, but A ranks are far easier to get. Like even when the instances are gone, I can get 10 A ranks a train, and there's multiple trains running every single day, so it's like, damn it, I missed it. There's multiple A ranks running a day, so I can do. So like while I was saying, oh man, I was estimating me getting A ranks or getting S ranks about like 10 a day. You know, that's getting 10 S ranks a day when I'm like playing the game 24/7, right? Like when I'm always playing. So when I'm logged into the game as much as humanly possible, that's when I'm able to make 10 a day. So, like I die? How the fuck do you die for this shit? That's when I'm getting 10 a day. So that's what I'm getting 10 a day is when I'm on all the time, which is like, you know, hard to do. Where A ranks are super easy because like there's multiple A trains a day. All I need to do is like pop in for them. It's just so much easier to me. So much easier to make. So like, and if I want to, I can get multiple of them too. So it's like, you know. So is he gonna kill them? No. He's risking it, because he was pointing in that general direction. Oh fuck, that's fine. And that's why I get paying attention to the other team too much and talking. But either way, it's an easy enough fight. I've done this so many times. I have I've done this enough to get every single piece of gear for every single class. So anyway. So yeah, like it's so much easier to get A. And like, yeah, if I'm smart, like what I'll do is if I can get my A ranks, because like I don't want to do an A train and then miss an S rank because of it. Because that has happened sometimes where you're in an A train, you're like, oh shit, there's an A train. So you go and then, oh shit, there's an S rank. The pause. And now you have to, you know, now if you're in the middle of battle, you have to wait till the hunt dies, which is like generally pretty quick. It's generally pretty quick for the hunt to die. So it's not a huge issue, but like every second counts. Because every second you're not teleporting, it's just like one extra person you're behind on the queue. So generally it's not a good idea. But yeah. So, oh shit, oh yeah. I was gonna say, like, we're not number one on DPS. They killed one of their ads before us. But then again, we also did have dead people on our team. Not everyone on our side is good. Okay, I should be dead anyway. We're cutting it pretty similarly. I'm actually not sure how quickly they were able to do theirs. Maybe they just beat theirs, for all we know. Either way. So yeah, like once I get my S ranks, like if I can get my S ranks to 1,000 before the instances are up, like we're gonna get the live letter today or tomorrow. I'm not sure. Like, I can't remember if they told us Japanese time or their time. I think it's the 28th. I don't know if that's 28th Japanese time, which could be the 27th for us. It might be an announcement at the Tokyo Game Expo or Game Show, which has just started. So maybe that's what's going on. Either way, they're going to announce when 7.1 comes into existence, and 7.1 will most likely remove the instances. So my goal is to get. Well, my goal was to get 800 at the least. 800 of the 1,000 I need to because if I only need 200, if I'm able to get like 10 S ranks, like right now I am pretty much averaging 10 S ranks a day, which is amazing, right? At least, like I haven't gone below 10; it's usually above. But that means, you know, I'll probably only get like 3 So it probably means that I'm going to get a lot less, and I might only be getting 10 a week at that point. But if I can get to at least 800, and I'm able to get like 10 S ranks a week, then that means I'm essentially going to get in 20 weeks I'll be done, which is like okay, that's not too bad. 10 S ranks a week isn't super bad. So I'm fine with that. But obviously, yeah, the higher I can get, ideally, the goal would of course be to be completely done, right? Have all the S ranks, get all 1,000 before the instances are up. And if that happens, and I do get all S ranks before the instances are up, then I'll probably look into getting the A ranks done, because right now an A train normally has two A ranks, and per zone, and they spawn every 5 to 6 hours. But 2 A ranks per zone for 6 zones means there's 12 hunts. So a hunt train typically would be, and go there. A hunt train would typically be 12. So I can get 12 a train, which is not terrible. Again, I can easily, that just means 100. Once I have 1,000 hunts, that means just 100 trains, and I'm good. That's all I need. So that's fine. That's all that really matters. But of course, because the instances are essentially tripling everything, tripling the zones, so therefore tripling the hunts, one train gets 36 hunts, which means I can get 100 hunts in 3 trains. So if I'm running trains now, I'm getting a lot of advantages. However, it also does suck because these are trains with 36 hunts, it takes a while to actually do, which can be kind of shit. Because it takes 30, 40 minutes to do them all. Ah, shit. I missed my depth perception. It can take 30, 40 minutes to do. And that's if you have everyone, if you have a bunch of people. We're not getting as many people as there were for the A trains, so hunts are taking longer to kill now, so it's that kind of sucks, obviously. It would be nice if we were getting the same number of people we were having, so we were able to do good bullet trains and shit. I fucking missed it. It'd be nice if we could do bullet trains again. Where the hunts are being killed within seconds before we can really see any of their mechanics. Nowadays we can at the very least see their their first mechanic. Well, I mean, it's depending on the hunt. Some hunts have their mechanics go at different rates, but essentially they're just living basically twice as long, which just means that you have twice as many mechanics you have to deal with at that point. Just not fun. Not really not fun, but it takes time. It's just a waste of time. I like this little attack. Nice. I was assuming I couldn't, but I can. So yeah. So I don't know if maybe once we get less instances, we'll get more people doing the hunts, because that could happen. It could be that we've lost interest. One, because people don't need them as much because they've capping on their domes, no problem. And with 3 times as many hunts, You need 1/3 as many hunts to cap on your tomes. So, you know, hard to say. Shit. Yeah, really hard to say what the intention behind me that shit is. Did it stop that? Oh, that's cool. Then I can use it without worrying too much. But yeah, so I'm pretty. Oh shit, it's one of these. Shit. They were safe over there, or did they take damage? Oh, they all took damage, so they probably got fucked. Okay, yeah, the problem is the only safe spot was... It's there. That's the safe spot. Which way is it going? It's going that way. Shit, no one's here. It's not good. Okay. Yeah, I missed up on my DPS rotation to try to not die. Actually, I guess we didn't have that many deaths. That's fine. Anyway, yeah. So, mostly focusing on S's, because like there's always going to be A ranks, and once I have... Oh, fuck, our team's pretty much fucked. Once we have all the A ranks, we're pretty much good. Like, we don't have to worry too much. Like, once I have the S ranks, I'm pretty much good. Like, there will always be A ranks. I will be continuously doing A ranks for the rest of the expansion, because I'll need tomes. It's the easiest, most reliable way to cap on tomestones. So, you know, that's just what I'll do. I'm just gonna do tomestones. I'm just gonna do them for tomestones regardless. So that's gonna be at least 3 trains a week. And I'm pretty much at 1,000. And it is 12. It is 100. It is 12 hunts per thing. So in 100 hunts, that would be actually 120. So realistic. So, but yeah, like I would need essentially 100 A trains. But like if I'm doing 3 a week just to cap on tomes anyway, then in 33 weeks, I'll be ready, right? I'll be done. So in less than a year, anyway. So like therein lies that's why I'm not like super worried about it, because it's like, sure, right? 33 weeks might seem like a lot, and yeah, if I want to hunt mountain now, sure, you know, I'm not going to get it, but you know, I don't care that much. Right? It doesn't matter. I want it, and the main reason I want it, well, I want it because I'm a collector. I collect everything, including especially hunts and especially mounts and minions. That is the main thing I collect. So I will be aiming for that regardless. But let's go through this little. So yeah, I collect mounts and minions. So that's what I'm doing, and it's not like I need to do it now exactly, but I want to make sure I do it for this expansion. Like that's my deadline, the expansion, because doing old hunts, like people still do old hunts, of course, but like one, I'm just putting myself in the back burner, right? Like, if I'm constantly having to go and do every single hunt because I missed ones from previous expansions, that'll just take for fucking ever, right? Like, I'll never be fucking done. It'll just, you know, so that's why I'm just like, yeah, I just want to make sure I'm doing them while it's the current expansion. Plus, more people do them when it's current. More people do the current hunt mount when they are current. So, like, so there'll be more people spawning them, more people actually killing them, which makes it easier overall for me. Oh, I got hit by that? Come on. Whatever. So yeah, more people spawning. Like it's not like people aren't spawning the old ones. Like I'm in the hunt Discord. I see them pop all the time. It's just like they're not popping at the same rate as the current expansions one are. Um, and it's also harder to make them because they die easier, which means, you know, you have to be really on the ball. Now, it's like not a huge issue because like most people, like they die quicker. So if someone pulls right away, then it's gonna die before you can get there. But also less people are going, so it's like not a huge issue. It balances out basically. But yeah, but S ranked are the being time gatey thing, simply because one, they have spawn conditions, so they don't spawn automatically, and two, the window, they take like 32 hours for their window to come back up, and then they're not even guaranteed to spawn when their window's up. You have to wait like another 24 hours, or maybe another 32, I'm not sure, forget, before it's a guarantee. Now, they'll often pop before their guarantee, but like still, you still have to, shit, it's early. You still have to wait and keep spawning, and it definitely does suck. Like, I've tried to spawn some ones that have specific conditions, like Shaloni one, where it's like, yeah, you just got to beat this fate multiple times. And I've been in an instance, you know, doing that fate, and the fate only pops like every half hour. And I've been spending hours in the instance doing the fate, and after each time it pops, or after each time the fate is over, hunt doesn't pop. And like I've been in there for hours doing it, so it's like, yeah, it sucks. It sucks when it does not spawn. It sucks when it doesn't spawn because, like, you know, you feel like you're wasting time, and like this is time you could be spending doing other things, right? Like I'm there for the hunt because I need the hunt, but like I could be doing a roulette, and like I could also be doing like I could be doing like leveling and fates and stuff, and I did fates. Like that's why Shaloni is the only place that I have maxed out my fates in, is because it's the only one that, you know. Well, I mean, it's also the snake fate. You need to do fates to get the snake. So, getting my capybara mount, I was just farming fates, doing that. But then there's also the fact that, yeah, like, while trying to spawn the S rank, well, if the fate you want isn't spawned, then you just got to work on the other ones, right? I mean, it's to kill time. You obviously could just sit and wait for the fate to spawn, doing other stuff, you know. Like that's why like I often read. I spend my time reading on my computer or watching videos on my computer, like YouTube videos or Twitch streamers or something like that, while I'm just AFKing in the game. And so that's what I'll mostly do. That's what most of my time is spent just doing that shit. It's already been 43 minutes. Yeah, I think that's the thing. That's the problem I have with these raids. They just take time. Like, it's been 30 minutes. Like, and it's not like bad per se. It's just that like it takes. I think that's an out, right? Is that not out? I thought it was. Or was that the circle? No, it couldn't be the donut. The donut is where she puts the sword in the ground. Yeah. Oh no, yeah. This is the one. Oh yeah. So, never mind. Centrifugal slice is just the raid-wide AOE. That one's the one where it's actually a. Fuck! Run away! Run away! Wrong way! Yeah, that's the conal in front, but I was running further into the front. It's actually a pretty small cone, so it's like you're not likely to hit it unless you're just dumb. Or if you're like the tank, and she's targeting you and you just don't realize that she's doing this. But yeah. So like when you do, let's see, just go this way. When you're doing like Crystal Tower, for instance, you're taking like so much less time. It takes like 10 to 15, no, not 10 to 15 minutes. It takes like 15 to 20 maybe. So easily half the time. Which is why, it kind of sucks when you get this one. I mean, they're really fun. And oh wait, shit, I forgot. With the music again. I was gonna say, because I was about to say, oh man, the music of it is really good, but you can't hear shit. Just gonna chill behind here, because these guys are idiots. And pointed her when she's gonna do her smashy attack. Had pointed her towards the edge, which means she's gonna smash you guys into the edge, which is stupid. Oh fuck, wrong one. God damn it. I ended my song early. Fuck. And I ended my super DPS song early too. God damn it. Fuck it. Whatever. It is what it is. Oh shit, I'm 4. See, that's how you do it. You lead her, and literally no one else had to move because I was so on the ball. But so anyway, but yeah. So I'm like, it's not like I dislike it. Like again, as I said, the mechanics are really cool. The boss fights look really cool. The music is amazing. It's just purely the fact that it takes time. Which is not a problem exactly. But like, I have shit I'd rather do. Like, especially for like those super long ones. Because like, what happens if an S rank boss? It's like, well, fuck, right? Like, if I've spent 30 minutes in a dungeon, I don't want to. If I spend 30 minutes in a dungeon, I don't want to fucking. God damn it! Like, because I popped that one so soon. I can't even. Yeah, fucked up my hole. Whatever. My DPS goes down. I'm a Fizz range anyway. My DPS sucks regardless. Oh, I see. I went. Anyway. Oh shit, Jesus Christ, Team A sucks. Hey. Go instead. There we go. So yeah, so I'm curious to see when the live letter is going to what the live letter is going to say about when 7.1 is going to come out, because I'm almost at 800 hunts, but I'm actually pretty close to my goal, my minimum goal. Obviously, the more time I have, the more time I have to get hunts while the instances are up. Ideally, they leave the instances up forever, but I doubt they'll do that because it just costs them extra money, I think. I'm not sure how their server infrastructure is, but maybe. Sure, I guess I'll give you the ones. So I'm hoping it's the end of October. If it's the end of October, I could realistically actually finish my hunts. Because if I am averaging 10 a day, and I just need 20 days worth of hunts, like after today, I just need 20 days, or if including today, I need 21 or something, then Wait, is my inventory full? Fuck. No, it's not. Okay, let's do a quick... I was thinking I would do my warrior leveling roulette. And then, yeah, see, Alliance Rage roulette is not... You get some more. Fuck, but leveling is not tank either. Shit. That's the only one I want to do, because it's the only one that can finish in a reasonable amount of time. And these are all other worker and lever. I think my ability is too high for that. So yeah, my goal is to ideally finish all S ranks by the time 7.1 comes about and the instances are removed. If I have a little more wiggle room and I finish my S ranks way early, I might start trying to get like a few S rank, or not, a few A trains a day, or at least 1 or 2 A trains a day. And then I could also like try doing the A trains now. Like I could try, making sure to get like one, at least if I hit me, even if I started, like if I started doing one A train a day today, or I would probably actually complete both. But unlike S ranks require like no effort on my part. Like it just requires me to AFK and Limsa and just wait for them to pop. That's it. So I can do other shit. Whereas the problem with the problem with other ones, let's see, crap. The problem with A trains is I actually need to go to the location and then I need to kill 36 fucking hunts, which is like 30 minutes of active stuff. Like I have to actively, quote unquote, I have to actively play the game before. Whereas S ranks, it's like, nah, you just, when it pops, you go to the location, wait for them to pull it, tag it, and wait. Like I don't even need to actively do the hunt because I want to be nice to people and give people teleporting in more time, so I hang back and I don't damage the boss. I don't damage the hunt, besides just tagging it, just so I get credit for it. Because then more people have a chance to make the hunt. Just, good for them. Like I don't really lose anything by when I take a little extra time. So yeah, I try to help them when I can. Sometimes if it's like, oh shit, like another one popped, especially if it's in a specific. Oh cool, leveling back. Nice. Also killing time for that to turn back the tank I need so I can get my bonus crystals. Let's see which one I get. But yeah, A trains. Oh fuck this one. A trains require me to actually like pay attention. I actually have to play. I have to actually kill the fights, go from one to the next. It's easily 30 minutes of active. Like, sure, there's that like 5 minute where everyone's like gathering together. There's that 5 minutes where everyone's gathering together. Yeah. But like, so I can like just AFK during that point. But besides that, it's just like, yeah, it's very, very active. I have to constantly fight. I have to pay attention, have to teleport. I probably don't have to do it as sweaty as I do. Like, min-maxing my teleports and being so fucking quick to do it. Like, especially since there aren't going to be relays. Like, because we're not getting as many people, it's not as necessary. So, it's whatever. I'm not super worried about that. But, So I'm not super concerned about A ranks because, like, eventually when the instances go away, like 12 hunts is one easy for scouters to scout, so you're going to get more people doing them more frequently. More people, since there are less hunts, more people will be inclined to do them. It's like, oh, you just want to spend like 20 minutes going and killing these 12 hunts? Sure, that's easy enough, right? A nice. So like it's the kind of thing where technically it is still more time efficient. Like once you get a group together, it might take you like 20 minutes to get 12 hunts, but it only takes you like 40 minutes to get 3 times more. But the thing is, there's a huge difference between asking someone to put in 30 versus 40 minutes, So therein lies the rub, is that, yeah, it just takes time. Some people just don't want to invest time, which is like fine, right? Like you don't have to invest that amount of time. Like I'm not saying they should invest it just because if they don't want to, but it's still something like it's just easier for me. It's just like, yeah, I can pop in when I'm feeling like doing an A rank hunt. It's also like it's to the point where like there's enough waiting time for A rank hunts that if I see it get called into the Discord, I can actually like log into the game. I can stop what I'm doing, log into the game, get to the location, and make the hunt. So there's also that. Whereas for S ranks, it's like, no. If you're not teleporting to the server the second you possibly can, there's the chance you might miss it. Now, the chance is a lot less now that people are being less dickish about it, but it's still a chance. So you just don't have that leeway. Now, you could still make it, especially if you're logging into the game and if the hunt's on your own server, so you're going to teleport into your own server by default. Sure, you could, in theory, make it. But, again, it's a chance. It depends on how many people showed up, how quickly they pulled, how quickly you got the alert, and were able to get logged in. All sorts of shit. So that's why I just want to get the S ranks done. That's basically what I did last time, too, for Endwalker, is that I got the S ranks done first, and then I worked in the A ranks. In fact, my A ranks were in a much worse position than before. So my A ranks were like I think by the time I like finished my S ranks, I only had like 500 A ranks, and instances were gone by that point, I think. So I had to do 1,500 or so A ranks to get that requirement done. So I'm in a much better spot when I'm at 900 or so A ranks. Like just a few more trains, just like 1 or 2 more trains, and I'll have above 1,000. So I'll be over halfway done to my requirement for that. So that'd be fine. Okay. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping they give more time. I'm not sure when 7.1 will come out. It could be super quick. It could be like 2 weeks from when they announce it. I'm not 100% sure when they're gonna actually have it, so I'll have to wait for the live letter and see when they do. I can't remember when the last patch. I'm pretty sure it was like mid to late October the last time there were 7.1s, but I'm not 100% sure. So, we shall see. I'm hoping it'll be later rather than sooner. Also, there's the fact that I need PvP too. I don't have my level 25, my series 25 mount because I'm fucking lazy and I keep forgetting. It's one of those things where I just don't want to queue anything because I don't want to miss any hunts because hunts matter more. But the problem is that because I'm missing my, A rank hunts, or because I'm missing all. God damn it! Fuck off. So fucking annoying. There we go. Yeah, it's annoying when they accidentally tag something and it just goes away out of the group. But you're off GCD, so you can't do shit about it. You don't have any off GCDs available to pick it up, so you have to wait for your GCD to come back up. It's like, whatever. Anyway. So yeah. So yeah, so like, and realistically speaking, it's just one of those things where it's just like, I'm just so worried about missing something, I just don't do it. And then like hours pass, no hunt gets called, and I'm like, God damn, I could have done it during that time. But there are also those moments where you're like, okay, well, there hasn't been a hunt called in a while, I'm gonna take a little break. And actually, like, yeah, there was like one example, I think, the other day, where it was like, oh hey, there like was one or two hunts called for the entire day, like for the first few hours of the day, like that I was awake. So between like the hours of 8 and noon or something, there was like 2 hunts called, and then during a brief like 30-minute period, 5 hunts were called. So it was like insane. So it's like, yeah, sometimes you just get screwed, and you just get those times where it's like, oh shit. You just get those instances where, yeah, like you think, oh, I'll be fine. Like, I just made a hunt. Actually, we should probably move on for now. Like, I make a hunt. I'm like, cool, I made this hunt. Cool. I'm gonna go and like go to the bathroom or take a shower or something like that. Get something to eat, and then you come back and you realize you missed another one. I'm just like, God damn it. So. It is what it is. Like, that's the thing, is like real actual hunters understand that, like, you're gonna make some, you're gonna miss some, right? It just is what it is, right? It's the people who complain about the people who complain about early pulling are the weenies who, 1, don't spawn the hunt, and 2, only get it relayed. So, like, they aren't part of the hunt Discord. They're not like a serious hunter. They're not like, oh yeah, I'm doing all these things to minimize my losses. They're just like, casuals, as it were. Because like all the actual true hunters are just like, yeah, they understand that no matter how well you do, you're just gonna miss them sometimes. It just is what it is. But it's like, sit here probably. Let's go off that. Because this is like the height of entitlement to think, oh yeah, I deserve all these hunts. These are my hunts. Like, or it's like these hunts are for everybody. It's like, they're for everybody. It's like, yeah, but apparently you only care when you can't make them, right? Like I don't complain when people are spawning hunts at like 4 in the morning, because I'm like, well, they're hunts for everybody. Why aren't they waiting until, at the very least 8 in the morning Pacific time, right? Because like 8 in the morning Pacific time is when I'm awake. Why isn't everyone waiting for that, right? So, you get people like that who are just like, Shit. So like, yeah, a hunt popped just now. So yeah, like this is just what happens, right? I did that entire 40-minute dungeon. And what do I care more about? The leveling roulette for this or the hunt? Well, I'll give you a hint. It's the hunt. So the second this boss is done, I'm bailing. You know? Because there's no way I'm going to make that hunt if I don't leave now. Shit, I think it's embalming. No, it's in Zolera. Good. Okay. And yeah, you might be like, oh shit. And it does suck for them, right? It does definitely suck for them. Yeah, teleporting to that crystal over there is still slightly faster than running. And let me just double check it's the right. It is Zolera, right? No, it's Goblin. Shit. There's another. Both Goblin and Zolera both have similarly short names, and I'm trying to read the call-out announcement from my computer, like 15 feet away or something. I don't know, Kosamaka. Kosamaka's over here. Okay. So it's a shame. Obviously, you know, it sucks that I'm missing out on that dungeon. I mean, I did get some experience for doing I did get some experience from doing the bosses, and actually that's kind of good because like I needed a little more than more than 50% of the experience to level, so I didn't know if that leveling out would be enough. But now that I've gotten the experience from the first two bosses, I know that no matter what leveling dungeon I get put in the next time I do this, I will at the very least level up. And I just need to get to 97. So maybe tomorrow, that's what I'll do. I'll do a leveling roulette with my warrior, and then immediately do the one trust dungeon I need. Yeah. And then immediately do the one trust dungeon I need to be done with that shit. Okay. Yep. He's over here. Okay, cool. I was worried because those guys weren't in my instance. I'm like, shit. And the majority of the guys weren't in the instance. So I was like, oh shit, am I in the wrong one? But no, there's. Okay, here we go. Oh shit. Or no, it hasn't been pulled. Someone selected a marker. I thought that A was a. That I find stupid, right? A teleport to Okuano. It's like, what? Like, why isn't that your default? Like, it's dumb. It's because I'm a professional hunter. I know how to fucking do it. And what you do is you open up the map with the flag. So you find someone who announced it, or open it up yourself, flag it yourself, and then move your cursor over to the nearest. So like when I made my hunt, the flag here, I then moved my cursor over here, moved a little bit so it would take the cursor off. I don't have to, but I just do because I need to interact with my menu. And I don't want the focus to be there. But the second I press square to go back to my map, cursor still is over Okana. So I can teleport immediately. And I teleport to the right one. Because I know where the map is, I know where the flag is, I know where the hunt is, and I have already prepped my teleport. Like, that's the dumb thing. You see these people who are like, people who teleport after they arrive in the instance, was like, why the fuck didn't you know where the hunt was before even showing up? Like, why the fuck did you even show up? You know? Like, seriously, why were you here? Like, why did you even come to this location? Like, why did you even come to this map if you didn't know where the hunt was? Right? Like, that's the stupid thing. It's like, you're coming to this map, so you know there's a hunt here, so then why the fuck aren't you... Like, and it could be that someone's like, oh, there's been an S-rank hunt, and what they do is they just join the S-rank party, and they see, oh shit, like, these people are all in Kokomaka, I'll go there, right? So it's going to reset. Yep. So, yeah. That I find particularly stupid. When you just get people who are dumb. Yeah. So this is one. If people are, I mean, this is another one where if people are fucking stupid, then it'll reset. And just it's like, yeah, there's always going to be stupid people. You're always going to have a pile of morons. You get a big group of people like this together, of course you're going to have some idiots. He's stalking Thunder. Actually, get away. So yeah. I mean, I don't particularly care. I'm not going to participate that hard. Yeah. Let's just get a little further out just in case. Be safe out here. But yeah. So I do find that a little dumb. Like, obviously, I'm a hunter. Haha, the guy died. Man, I was actually really close. Like, I was here and I was safe. I'm curious if I was at the very tip of that, if it would have hit me, but why tempt fate? But yeah. So it's the kind of thing where it's like, I find it like dumb. But like, I do so many hunts. Like, obviously I have every single hunt mount, which means I had to have done, and I had the Centurio Tiger before, I think before Shadowbringers came out, which means I had, I think it was 3,000 or, is it 2,000 or 3,000 hunts I needed? So, I had 2,000 to 3,000 hunts, S-rank hunts only, before Shadowbringers even came out. And then with Shadowbringers and Endwalker, I had to kill 1,000 hunts, 1,000 S-rank hunts from each expansion. So if let's lowball the Centurio Tiger to 2,000, I would have had to kill 4,000 S-rank hunts as a minimum to get those hunts, to get those hunt mounts. And now I'm at almost 800 for Dawn Trail. So I'm almost at 800. So essentially, I will have hit at least 5,000 S-rank hunts total throughout the entire game. So obviously, yeah, like me saying how me criticizing these people, saying, "Oh, well, that's not the right way to do it. This is stupid. Like that's dumb." You know, that type of shit. Obviously, I get it, right? Like, clearly, I am an expert. Like, it's what I do. Like, I have a shitload of experience in hunts, and I'm generally also not an idiot as well. So like, there are some things where like, because you'd be like, "Oh, it's because you have all this experience in hunts. That's why you're so good." And it's like, true, yeah, obviously. Oh, whoops! I forgot to put on my tank buster. My tank stance. See, either way, I actually need to tag it regardless. That. So yeah, and you could be like, oh well, you've been doing it for so long, you just know. And there are some things, yeah, I've seen enough mechanics throughout all the hunts. I have a little more insight. I think all that combat does eventually give you a little more insight into how just mechanics in general. Oh my god, another fucking hunt, Jesus. Marlboro. God damn it, I want to go shower. It's a good thing I didn't. Tell. So yeah, like I wanted to So I've done a bunch of stuff. But similarly, there are definitely mechanics I've seen where I just get, right? Like I get immediately. Like, because some people might be like, oh, well, you've been doing this forever. You just get this. It's like, dude, I was doing these mechanics correctly after like the second or third time I came across this guy. Like, you've been fighting this guy repeatedly over and over again, and you still fuck up. Like, we are not the same, you know? I saw it once or twice, and I got it. In fact, for some of them, it's just like you see it once, you're like, oh, okay. That some of it, like the only reason you get fucked is because you don't know the pattern, or you don't know what the patterns mean. If it means, oh, is this relative to the boss, or is it relative to cardinal directions? You know, and then once you see it, you're like, oh, okay, so it's boss relative. Got it. You know. So you just see it once, and you're like, yeah, I got it. I'm good. Like I know what it is. It's pretty obvious. Like this one's a pretty obvious one, right? Like you He tells you he does this big conal AoE. You're like, cool, he's doing conal AoE. Then he does then you see a bunch of arrows, and it's like, okay, well, you need to see how the arrows go off the first time, because yeah, sure, like the first time you see those arrows, you're just like, what the fuck does that even mean? Um, does those indicate the directions? Does that mean like east, west, and north side are safe or are bad, and you have to go in the south side because that's the only safe side? Or then you realize, oh, okay, no, he's going to turn that direction and shoot his AOE. Then turn the direction that arrow says from his current position and go, and do that. So it's like, oh, okay, so it's all boss relative. So you have to like follow the boss in your mind to be like, okay, so he's turning right, then left, then behind. So it's like, okay, so if he's facing north and he's going to turn right, left, and then go behind, then you know west is going to be the safe spot. So it's like shit like that, right? So, I mean, and to be fair, like I don't even do the mechanics anymore. I just chill. I just wait for the mechanics to. I just stand by and let the mechanics resolve. Actually, is guard down here? I think guard was down here. Yeah, here we go. So, but yeah, and you might be like, oh, why are you just fucking about doing nothing? Why are you not participating and helping? It's like, it's because, as you can see, like the hunt, I mean, it's 75%. It's been, being attacked for like 30 seconds now, and it's, 1/4 the way dead. So because I and these people beside us are not fighting, and not actively contributing, that means this boss, which might have been killed in a minute, or this boss that might have been killed in a minute gets killed in 90 seconds or maybe 120 seconds. So it just, it drastically increases the amount of time people have to actually make the hunt. For the people like us who just chill back, you might think, "Oh, we're just being lazy. We're just leeching off these people." I mean, you could argue that, sure. Like people who aren't in the know might see us and be like, "Oh, these lazy bums." It's like, well, first of all, some of these guys are healers, so they're just chilling in the rafters, waiting to res anybody who needs it, while also staying safe, so they themselves don't die. So they don't need to pay attention to the mechanics; they just can focus on resing people. And then there's the actual DPS types who are just like, yeah, we don't want to. Like we want to give people an opportunity to come in and fight. So that's why I do it. Sometimes I participate. Sometimes I actively help out the fight because they are fun. The mechanics are interesting. I do enjoy them. But like I do. I'm also like it. Also seemed like the hunt got pulled a little early, so I'm fine. Just chilling. So like, let's see. Let's look at that. So I called it at 52. So it's been 4 minutes since I called it. Um, so I guess at 53, it probably got pulled because someone got killed. Or maybe 54. So it's been like 2 minutes, and he's almost dead right now. So it's like, yeah, we turned a fight that if everyone was fighting, we might have finished it in a minute. Maybe a minute and a half if a lot of people are dying. But now it's lasted like 2 to 3 minutes. So now just that many more people were able to make the hunt. Because you can still see people flying in. So like, I'm fine doing that. Like, I don't mind waiting. And it's also like, it's so low effort, right? Like, oh, okay, cool. I just get out into a safe spot. I just chill, and I can like continue reading, continue doing other shit, waiting for the hunt to die, and then I can leave. Right? Like, nice, simple shit. Super easy, low effort. Whereas like for A rank hunts, you just have to pay attention. Like you can't tag it and run away. I mean, you could obviously, but like because you're doing ones back to back, the more you contribute and the faster they die, the faster you'll be finished with the train. And that's why you kind of want to pay attention and do your shit. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it that. Wasn't able to do the leveling hunt, or leveling roulette, and that Alliance roulette took way too long. I mean, not way too long. It was a decent run. There could have been a little faster because there were a lot of deaths, but a decent enough run. It wasn't terrible. But then Leia got interrupted in the leveling roulette, so I wasn't able to do anything, actually, my title suggested. So, whoops. But yeah, got a lot of hunts in, got a lot of shit in, so that was all fun. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.